we have now completed the rendering part in SJS. Now let us learn one root, that is useSearchParams. So this useSearchParam is a client side root. This will give the URL search params to our page. So this is a dynamic one because the URL search param will change over the URL. So this is a dynamic one, but we can use this root in two places, that is static rendering page and also in dynamic rendering page. So let's see one by one. So first I create a file. Usually we need to create a component inside the source folder, and inside the component we need to create file, but for time being I create a file directly in the app folder. So I name it as search params. So it is a client side root, so we need to use client and import the useSearchParams from nest/navigation. Then we need to define our function. And now we can use our root here. Now we can use all our search params properties here, getar and other properties we can use here. So I will use search, then I am logging this, then we are returning the search. Now we need to use this in the home page. Search params, and now we are using it with static rendering. So but this is a dynamic one. Search param is a dynamic one. So what we need to do is we need to import a suspense from React, and we need to wrap our search params in the search params component inside the suspense. Because this is a dynamic one. Oh, I misspelled it. Now it's okay. The search param is a dynamic one, so it should be wrapped in suspense. The above all things are statically rendered, and inside the suspense this will be dynamically rendered. That means when we get the current search param until we show the fallback, and after getting the current search param the component will be rendered. So for this the console log we put, so the console log will not be logged on server when using static rendering. We can check this using production bundle, because for development purpose it will be shown again and again, but for production it will be shown correctly. First let us see in the development. So I use the search, oops, now you can see a rule. Now it will be shown again and again, but it will be not logged on the server when statically rendered. When we navigate to pages it will not be logged, because we are using development server, that's why it will be logging regularly. Next we can see this how to use the use search params in dynamic page. So for this we need to remove the suspense and render the component as it is, but we need to make it as dynamic. So I am using segment config dynamic force dynamic. So this will make this root as dynamic. We will learn about the segment config later in this tutorial. So now we get again the same search param. Now we get console rather in the client side also, because this console rod will be rather on server during only initial render, and on when navigation in the client side, the client will rod when we navigate subsequently. So this will be rather only on initial render when we are using dynamic rendering, and in client side this will be rather when we navigate to many pages. So you can also see in development it will be shown again and again, but in production bundle it will be shown directly. So these are two methods we can use our search params. So one is static method and another is dynamic one. So static method we need to use suspense, and dynamic we need to use directly, and we need to make the route dynamic by route segment, the segment config. And in static method the console log will not be shown on server, and in dynamic it will be shown on the initial render only, and it will be shown on the client side on subsequent navigation. So this route will use to get our URL query params. Now we see another route which is useParams. So it is a client side route, so it will give our dynamic URL params. So I am in the user, and inside user ID and inside page.js. So we need to import it. Before we need to mark this component as use client, and we can import it useParams. So it is simple only params, then we invoke it and we console log params. So user slash dynamic params, it will be rather user slash. Now you can see the params user ID and the value. So this is we get the params in client side, and we already seen useSearchParams that we get the URL search query in client side, but in server side we already seen the page has two props, that is params and search params. So we can use this to get the two values, and layout as children and params prop. We can also use this to get the params value in layout.